Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I'm going to share with you two simple things you can do, two areas of the body that you can focus on if you're looking to take your meditation to that next level. And I'll try and keep this as short and sweet as possible because I know for myself when I open a YouTube video, I just want to get the information I came there for and leave. So I'll try and keep this as brief as possible for you. So you may have been meditating for a little while now, or you may have just started. Either way, you might be at a place where you are finding it difficult to fall back into that universal version of yourself. You're finding it difficult to return to that natural state, which is beyond the body, which is beyond the physical. I know it can be so difficult when we've got so many things going on, when we have so many things in our day-to-day life, to come back to that ease, to come back to that rest. I know that can be so difficult. But here are two things you can do to make it so much easier to fall back into that, no matter what's going on in your life. Now, I always suggest meditating in the morning because that's such a window of opportunity for when we're still very subtle in our body. When we've just kind of re-entered, we can sit for 30 minutes in silence and just hold that state so that we can enter our day from that state. But here are two places that you can focus on in the body. So as you can see in this beautiful little drawing I have here, I've outlined the 7 chakras. For those of you who don't know, the 7 chakras are the 7 main energy points of the body that we use almost as reference points, in my work at least. Experience will come later, but first we use them as reference points so that we can just evaluate the body on a more subtle level and understand the body on a more subtle level. So I know many people don't believe in chakras, or they just think they're too mystical or this or that. But they're very real. They're very real. And they're opportunities, like I said, for us to experience ourselves on a more subtle level. Instead of just thinking of us as these purely physical beings, realizing that we're actually deeper than that. And then understanding ourselves on the energetic level and then going even beyond that is what we're here for. So anyways, here I've outlined the throat chakra and the crown chakra. So as I've said in a previous video, check out my How to Open Your Third Eye workshop. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever done, and I think one of the most beneficial videos I've ever done if you give it a watch. Maybe I'll pin it. If I've never pinned a video, I'll try that. But check that out if you haven't already. But in that video, I mentioned that the crown chakra is like the space that we can reconnect to the universal mind from, to that universal state that we have all naturally come from, that we all naturally are. Because in these physical bodies, we're having this individual experience. But when we're able to rest into our natural state, we'll see that there's no difference between you and I. There's no difference between you and the thing that you're watching this on. Simply life is one, moving out from the same space and returning to it, expanding and contracting. So the crown chakra is like being able to plug yourself back into that universal state. All right, so I mentioned that in the other videos, but I'm going to emphasize that here today. So 2 places that you can focus on in your body to deepen your meditation practice, to advance your meditation practice. Number 1, the throat. So when you think about it, your throat is where all your ideas, all your communication comes from. All your creativity, all your movement from the universal into the individual, in many ways comes through the throat. Ideas, creativity, like I said. So when we're sitting and trying to meditate, but we just can't sit still, a lot of the times it's just because we're rambling around in our heads. But if we brought our attention to our throat, and more specifically, if we brought our attention to the spine in the throat, the section of the spine that passes through the throat, and we're able to stabilize ourselves there, we might see that the depth of our stillness increases. It takes on another level. Because many of you watching this who meditate may meditate with affirmations, you may meditate with meditation music in the background, you may meditate with different assistants, external assistants to help you hold that. But of course, meditation is the ultimate inward turning. And so external resources can't take you all the way. They can help you maintain that for a certain degree. But to go all the way, you need your own expertise. And so using the body internally and learning to focus on different spaces can help you transcend, can help you take that larger step, that bigger step inward. So focusing specifically on the throat and the spine, the part of the spine that moves through the throat, through the neck, and just coming into that in stillness can help so much. And once you begin to develop a little bit of stillness in this space, just a bit of stillness or a lot, but as soon as you begin to develop some stillness in the space, you'll feel your whole spine really straighten up in a line. And then the other place that you can focus on are this side and this side, the left side and right side, the top areas of your brain. And almost imagine them opening to the cosmos, opening to the universal mind. So first, as you sit to meditate, if you find that you can't sit still, focus on your throat and see how much movement you can sense in that space through the ideas, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the creativity, everything that's flowing in this space. See if you notice it. And then see, as you breathe in and out through your nose only, with your eyes focused between your eyebrows, see if you can bring your awareness into your spine, in the section of your neck specifically, and just see if that straightens up and calms you down, silences you a little bit. And as you rest in that space, just see if you can notice the left and right upper sides of your brain almost opening and connecting with the cosmos. Just see if you can notice that as well, while the throat, while the neck is aligned, while it is absolutely still. See if this space can also open. Maybe it can. But those are two places in your body that can really help. So number one, see if I can draw this. So you have your throat here, the Adam's apple, and just focus on your spine. See if you can bring stillness to it. Once you're still there, bring your attention to your brain. I didn't anticipate on drawing these. Okay. And this is like a profile look at your brain. We're looking at it from the side. In this area. On the left side and the right side, both sides. Just see if they can open up and almost allow in the light. And then your throat, focusing first on your throat, attention on the spine, bring it to stillness, and then just see if you notice the sides of your brain open up and connecting. And from that state, don't try and do anything. And that's the whole key to meditation, is to not try. And so even though I'm giving these pointers and these tips, don't try and do them. Just see if you can notice them, because that stillness in your spine is already there. The openness and connection to the cosmos is already there, but you need to notice it so you can experience it. So it's more of a noticing rather than a trying. So when you sit to meditate in the morning, preferably, close your eyes, focus your eyes between your eyebrows, breathe in and out through your nose only, not through your mouth, through your nose. See if you can become aware of your throat. And then the spine in the neck section, that section of the spine in the neck. Notice that stillness. See if it calms down the thoughts and emotions. And then just become aware of the top of your brain, the top of your head, on the left side and the right side, and just see if it almost opens up and connects to that universal version of yourself. And from there, maybe you can begin to notice some information, some knowing, some clarity of perception for what you need to do next and how your life is going currently. Because this is so helpful for those of us who may feel like life isn't moving as fast as we want it to, or we're in the wrong space, or things like that. Just personally, I just had a deal, a business deal, working with an organization fall through, and it was incredibly disappointing, which is my own fault because I put so much expectation on it. But I sat and I meditated as usual, and I really felt that stillness and that alignment and that rest. And I realized, let's see what's next. And then I got up and had the idea for this video. But that's where this video came from, is I was in that moment of disappointment, of quite intense disappointment, I must say. I sat, noticed my throat was moving, calmed it down along with my heart, and then noticed the top opening up as well. So I suggest you give that a try if you'd like to take your meditation to the next level. If you find it difficult to remain aligned with your higher self, with your universal self, these two things can really assist with that. So give it a try and see if you notice anything. And if you do, I'd love to know if it worked. Please let me know in the comments below if you do try it out and if it does work. Please also let me know in the comments below if you have any other issues or struggles with your meditation practice and that you find it difficult to overcome. I would love to help with that as well. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. I hope this video helps.